Hello, my name is Daniel, and myself and my wife Grace work with the Methodist Church in Uganda as British Methodist Mission Partners. The Methodist Church in Uganda started in the 1980s when a young man became a Christian but was thrown out of his house by his parents. He ended up boarding a taxi and asking the taxi to take him to the nearest town. When he reached the town, the taxi driver asked him for money, and he said, "I don't have any money. I've been thrown out by my family for becoming a Christian." The taxi driver just took him to the nearest church, and the young man was adopted by some Christians. Later on, that young man entered seminary and trained as a Methodist in the US and became a Methodist minister. He asked the US if he could transfer back to Uganda to start a church. He began the Methodist Church in Uganda in the 1980s. Now today, the Methodist Church in Uganda has 30 churches in 6 circuits and has about 3,000 members. The church is growing, particularly in rural areas and particularly in the Buyende district, which is one of the poorest districts in Uganda. As Christians plant churches, they don't usually have the resources to roof them. So many of our churches are just walls without a roof. Sometimes we meet under trees, sometimes we meet in the open air. But the church is growing. In the Buyende district, Turkey and Saudi Arabia have funded a number of mosques. These buildings are well constructed, and they also build schools, water boreholes, and help provide for the local community. While churches usually start with people out in the open, money to build mosques is often readily available, and the mosques are built often before the people start to come to them. The Methodist Church is also involved in a ministry of teaching in schools and has a number of schools around the district and around the synod. These schools provide a vital service in some areas where infrastructure for education is very short supply. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope that it helps to give a picture of the Methodist Church in Uganda.